Challenge yourself to believe in yourself and know that you can make anything happen. You know, at first you see a pot, and then you see the dirt inside the pot, and then one day comes a little sprout, and then it bears leaves, and then it becomes beautiful. You are beautiful. I believe that. God believes that. It's your turn. Believe in yourself. You've got this. Let's grow, girl. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Gabrielle Small and I am coming to you with another health and wellness video. This video is all about our Growth with Gabby series, and I am so excited to announce that your seeds are in. This is so exciting. We've been kind of waiting for this in our group. If you're not a part of the group yet, go ahead and leave me a message down below or send me a DM, follow me on Instagram, whatever you need to do because you want to be a part of this group. This is a totally free group where I am sending you some seeds so that we can plant our plants. I have not told y'all the plant yet, and I think I'm going to do that in the next video. But the seeds are in. We are talking today all about what to do before our seeds arrive. So right now I'm in the process of kind of getting everything together, and I'm going to start mailing them out to y'all. I don't know if I finished my thought. The thought was, if you're not a part of the group, let me know so that you can be. I'm going to be ordering some more seeds too because it seems like more people are interested, and I'm so excited. Like I said, it's totally free. I'm sending this out to you so that us as a community can really take part in growing together. So now that our seeds are in, what I'm going to do and what we're going to talk about today is all about kind of how to set ourselves up for success. What are the things that we need to do in order to prepare for our seeds? And then we're also going to talk about the kind of things that we need to do to set ourselves up for growth. So I know last time I was talking to y'all all about my water. What I'm going to do is list down in the description box just some different water ideas that I do. If you follow me on anything, you know that I drink a lot of water. I talk about that every single time, every single day basically. I talk about drinking water, and I like to add different fruit and herbs in the water to make it more exciting so that I drink more. Also, I wanted to talk to you about what we're going to, I'm sorry, I'm just going to get comfortable because we're just chilling out, hanging out. I should probably just like get a glass of wine so that we can all chit chat, but I'm so ADD. What I was talking about is that you're going to receive your seeds. So what's the first step to doing that? We need to figure out what kind of pot we need, and when you're going to figure out what color pot we need, I want you to actually dive in deep to this. I want you to be proud of the pot that you get. I want you to find something that makes you happy, that makes you so excited to watch your seeds grow. The first thing that I grew was Jane's catnip. If you don't know who Jane is, that is my 5-year-old Maine Coon, and she's a Maine Coon mix, and she is the love of my life. And whenever I was getting into plants, I knew that I definitely wanted to get her some sort of plants so that she would not be a little misinterested in all of my plants. I do make sure that all the plants that I keep in my house are non-toxic so that if she does get a little like frisky and tries to go find some things, she will not be in any harm. But I don't want her to be messing around in my plants. So what I did was I planted some seeds. I've only ever grown things from something that was already grown. Does that make sense? I actually done the whole seeds and the ground process by myself, like actually sitting there watching something grow. And me putting those seeds in the ground, I was so consistent about, okay, I need to make sure that they're in the sun, and then I need to make sure they're getting enough water. And it was the most exciting experience whenever I watched the first little sprick of green come out of the soil. And I was amazed that I've done it, and it was so fulfilling for me. So I'm just so excited to have this same journey with you and our seeds that we're going to be getting. So what I did was, I really like white pots. I know that I have this pretty, I don't think it's brown. I would say it's like a reddish, I don't know what color this is. But I like this one, but I really wanted to do a white pot. And I looked at all the white pots kind of on Amazon, and they have some that are great. And I can link some down below too. But I found some in particular that were the clay pots, and I just painted them white. So what I'm trying to get at is, if you're trying to save some money, if you are trying to figure out different ways, do it yourself. I actually have the pot right here. So these, I had a picture in our group below that I had some just regular clay pots, and I got some spray paint and I spray painted them, and now they are all ready for me to be able to plant my seeds. So I do have the holes at the bottom, which I do recommend you getting, that way that you can drain, the water can drain out of the soil that it doesn't need. We'll kind of talk about overwatering and underwatering and all that. We'll get into that. But just for starters, make sure that you get a pot that does have the hole in it. If not, and you have a plastic pot, go ahead, drill you some holes in there, because that's what I did with some outside, and it still works just as well. I also got this little bamboo tray to be able to catch the water at the bottom, because I'm trying to decide where I want to grow my plants. And this is especially helpful for plants that you have inside. My back area right here has a bunch of windows, so I am very fortunate to be able to grow plants inside, and the sun is just as effective as them being outside. If you don't, then you can grow it outside. You don't have to get this. It's just totally up to your preference. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video, was that this is your experience. Everyone's growth is different. Everyone's experience with growth is different. Everyone's prep work is different. And so I want you, just as much as you're trying to figure out what kind of pot you want to put them in, and what kind of potting soil do you want to put them in, because that's something that we're going to talk about too, is how important that is. Get excited. In the same way, get excited about your own personal growth. Get excited about the water that you're going to make that day. Get excited about making a smoothie at home. Get excited about the meals that you're making at home. I recently, since the last video, I definitely got some more plants. This one is named Pomela. We have all of our plants named. This one's Fernando. We've had that one. That's actually the first plant that Bailey got me this year, and that's kind of where the obsession started. I just fell in love with growing plants ever since, and it's just so rewarding. We have a moringa tree back there that Bailey's papa gave us, and I have a fiddly fig over there, and aloe, all these different plants, and it's just so rewarding and so exciting to wake up every day and see the new growth. And so I want you to have that same experience with yourself. I want you to get excited to wake up. I am going to challenge you to drink more water. Figure out how much water you need. So we'll get really into that too. What are some things that you need to be focused on for your self-growth? This video is all over the place, but now we're going to talk about our self-growth. The first thing I want you to do is drink your water. Drink the water. There's so many sugary drinks out there and so many fruity drinks. Add some fruit to your water and make that promise to yourself to drink your water every day. This is something that I started incorporating into my life, and ever since then it has stuck. Once you do something for so long, it's a habit. So if you're drinking a soft drink or a soda or whatever, then I want to challenge you to, for a full month, I want you to switch that with some water, put some different fruit in it. If you like soda, then maybe do some sparkling water. Start there. Just try to do something that changes your outlook on what you're consuming. The first thing that I noticed whenever I started this whole self-growth journey is that you show yourself that you're worth it. And what I mean by that is, I wake up an hour earlier every day. I don't do that every day, but I'm trying to start waking up an hour earlier every day. And that is hard, but it's worth it. I'm worth it. I am worth taking that hour and spending it for myself before I have to go to work. Because when you're at work, you are not living every day for yourself. Unless your job is focused on your self-growth, unless your job is to nourish yourself, and if that is the case, you go, girl, you got this. But for me, my job, I'm running around all day, I'm on the phone, I'm doing all these different things, and so if I can go a couple of days without even realizing, hey, I haven't even spent time with myself. I do a lot of self-care things, and that's really because I feel that I am worth having the bath, sitting down and having wine with my fiance, hanging out with Jane, reading a book, watching a funny movie, doing my nails, doing a face mask, having the spa night, going out there and listening to music and taking care of the plants. In each of these tasks that I set up for myself, I feel that I am worth it. And that's what I want you to feel. You are worth drinking all of this water. You're nourishing yourself. And when you do that, you're going to start to feel that. I want you to encourage you to start making at least one meal every week. One meal. If you don't already cook one meal for yourself every week, and you get to watch the whole process of it being cooked and get to enjoy that, I'm going to challenge you to do that, because that is something that shows you that you're worth it. Looking in the mirror and having a post-it note on there that says, you got this. Y'all, the power of that is crazy. I do not always feel like I have it. I don't always feel like I'm having the best day. I do get into a funk. And so having these things around me and setting myself up for this success is what helps me get out of it quicker. Because you're not always going to have great days. There's going to be a bad day. I'm going to be super real with y'all and say that you need to find what works for you. What helps you to be able to get from that funk to, okay, I got it. It's a bad day, but I am not a bad person. It's a bad day, but tomorrow's a new day. I am worth it. So, another thing that I wanted to touch on is that you need to make sure that you are setting your environment up for your growth. Just as you want to make sure that you have the right environment, the right pot, the right situation, I have some sunflowers over here. And I did this on purpose because sunflowers are meant to grow. They're meant to get so big and so beautiful, and they have these ginormous stalks, and it's just something that is so beautiful. But I put it in this small pot. And does that make any sense? This sunflower is going to outgrow this pot. You're going to be put in situations that you are going to outgrow, and you need to replant yourself into a situation that you can grow better. I'm going to plant this into the soil because this plant is outgrowing this pot. If you're in relationships that you don't feel like you're being nourished in, if you are in a spot in your life where you feel like you're trapped, I want to encourage you to get out there and do something good for yourself. Put yourself in a good environment. Talk to a friend that's encouraging to you. Talk to your parents. Talk to, your significant other. Hell, I talk to Jane sometimes. Y'all, do what's best for you. And that's what this group is all about. It's not about being perfect. It's about striving for growth. And each day is a new day, and each day brings a new leaf. Sometimes the leaves fall down and you feel like you are withering away, and then you water your plant and you put it in the sunlight that it needs, and you talk to it and say these encouraging things, and it comes back. And that's what happens every time you pour into yourself. That's what happens whenever you sit there and you decide, I am made for this. I deserve this. I'm going to grow. I may outgrow certain situations because that's just how life is, but it's only because I'm growing further into who I'm meant to be. So that was super all over the place. I hope that made some sense for you, but I'm very excited to be sending out your seeds. They should be coming, honestly, with everything going on. I don't want to put a date on it because I feel like the shipping has been delayed a lot lately, but there'll definitely be more videos before they go out. I'm just very excited to be able to do this with y'all, and I'm so excited to grow with you and to get to experience this wonderful journey that we're all a part of. Each and every one of us are in a different stage of life, and that's what it's all about. You have to figure out what works for you. I'm going to figure out what works for me, and I'll keep sharing all of these tips and tricks that I have, and hope that it helps you to be able to reach your success. So I have loved talking to y'all. I miss talking to y'all. There's definitely going to be more videos to come. I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful day. If you're not, I'm praying for you, and it will get better. Drink some water. Eat something good today. Nourish your body. Tell yourself something good today. Nourish your mind, and let's grow. You got this. I love you all. Bye.